Doctors. I went to the eye doctor recently for the first time in my entire life because before I had just been using the free eye doctor that they have over at the DMV. And then I went to the real eye doctor and he was like, bitch, you need glasses. And I was like, no, glasses are for nerds. And I don't wear my glasses. And it's mostly around men that I don't wear glasses. And it's not that I think that glasses make women look bad. I just personally have learned over time that men look better blurry. Like, I don't need to know how many 8s I have dated that are really 4s, you know? I went to the dentist. That was exciting for me. I'm originally from the great state of Ohio, which I tell you so that you know that I wasn't born with a full set of teeth, technically. I know, you can't tell by looking at me. It's a very business in the front, party in the back. So I went to this dentist, and I was like, can I have the rest of my teeth, please? And he was like, well, the problem is you don't have enough bone in your mouth. And I was like, I know, it's a theme of the rest of my life. He was like, no, idiot, you don't have enough bone in your jaw for us to shove teeth into. So they had to give me a bone graft, which is where they take a very tiny piece of, like, dead man, basically, bone, and they, like, bury it in your jaw so it doesn't move around. I don't know, my face is haunted, is what I'm trying to say. I have a graveyard up here. And when he first told me that, I was like, oh, that sounds very cool and also very expensive. And I was right, it was $2,000 for a very tiny piece of dead man bone, which seems very inflated for, like, the volume of dead men that we have around, so. When he told me that, I was like, no, we're gonna do this the $15 way. I'm gonna go to Home Depot and buy a shovel. We'll do like a bring your own dead guy's bone. The only bright side of this is anytime a guy asks if I want to have a threesome, I get to be like, surprise, we already are. It's not a great joke, but it cost me $2,000, so I'm going to tell it every time. I could do therapy now with the insurance, but I've decided I'm not doing it. I refuse. I've learned, if there's anything I've learned from dating Ben, it's that working on me is someone else's job. So I refuse to work on myself. I've decided, like any good Christian, that I'm not going to therapy. I'm waiting and I'm saving it for marriage. Just feel like I shouldn't have to go to therapy unless I can bring along somebody I can blame. It's kind of a competitive sport like that. But we don't do therapy really in the Midwest where I'm from. Any Midwesterners here tonight? Yeah? Oh, where are you from?
Detroit.
Detroit. Oh, I've never been. Is it nice?
No.
Well, you're here, so. Anyone else? Just Ohio? Where are you from in Ohio? Chicago. That's not in Ohio. Which I feel like is more my mishearing than your not knowing where you're from. I'm from Ohio originally. Do you have a Midwestern accent?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we all heard that. We all. It's like a goat, like. My mom gave me a name she can't say. My name is Brooke, but when my mom calls my name, she sounds like an angry chicken. She's like. And I squawk back at her like, Mom. I grew up speaking like all Midwesterners, probably like you did as well. I don't call my mom, call her my mom, and call my dad, and call my uncle, my dad. My dad does this charming thing where he likes to rank all of his kids in order of who he likes the most any given day from 1 to 7. And I'm never number 1, but he called me up the other day and he was like, Brock, I'm so excited to tell you that you're number 1 today. And I was like, that's great. Dad, what did I do? And he's like, well, you're the last one I called, but you're the first one who answered. Yeah, I was like, thanks, Dad. He's like, goodbye, Katie. I told my dad I was never going to go back to Ohio, and he was like, Brack, you have to. We have a family grave plot. Yeah, it's not what I meant when I said I go back over my dead body. But here's the thing about this grave plot is I've seen it, and I'm not pretty sure that between me and my 6 siblings we're all going to fit in there. like some of us are going to have to stand up like we're the terracotta soldiers, basically. It's like every time my stepmother was like, I'm pregnant, my dad's like, the plot thickens. I know I'm doing a real good job of selling you on Ohio. Don't go. But if you have to, you should drive in on the southwest side of the state, because when you cross into Ohio, you see these billboards. And on the billboards is the 10 Commandments. It's true. It's like, welcome to Ohio. Here are the rules. Which is a lot of words to read going 100 miles an hour. So I read the first one. It's like, you can't have other gods, something like that. That's how you know God's a man, because it's like, first rule, only me. Which, like, I get that, but, on the other hand, Beyonce. Okay, not very many Beyonce fans in here, which is fine. I love Beyonce. She is my god. She inspires me. She taught me how to twerk. Show us! Okay. I learned how to twerk in a public bathroom, which is not that gross. It's a public bathroom, so as all the women in here know, I was like already in the squat hover position. And then I realized there was no toilet paper, so I just had to be like drip, 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 drip. Comedy is humiliating. Does anyone know the second commandment on those billboards? Second commandment? I asked that at a show once and someone shouted out, "Thou shalt bear arms." Yeah, I was like, no, but you're definitely a Christian. And I never found out, but when you're leaving Ohio, on the back of those billboards, it just says 3 words, really big letters. It just says, "Hell is real." Which, like, I don't believe because I'm not a religious person anymore, but I do in this case, because if you keep driving, it's immediately followed by another sign that says, "Welcome to Kentucky."